Hello everyone and welcome back. Before we get started, I want to thank everyone who subscribed to me recently. I know you may look at my channel and see it only has like 50 subscribers, but it only had like 11 less than 2 months ago, and it really means a lot to me. As a thank you, I'm going to be addressing a few comments personally at the end of the video, which this seems to be a rather short one anyway. But, let's get in it. So, The Dead Zone. This movie quite obviously explores the moral dilemma of the gift of sight, or psychics. Now, what do I mean by the moral dilemma? Quite frankly, it's best summarized by this scene.
If you could go back in time, Germany, say, before Hitler came to power, knowing what you know now, what would you do? Would you kill him?
So, do you? Do you kill him? Now, this isn't the only time in film or TV that the idea of killing Hitler before World War II or stopping other disasters was explored or even suggested.
Hello? Time machine, use it to go back and start saving money. Then kill baby Hitler. Next.
But none of them actually asked, should you really do it? I'm not saying that Hitler was good. What I am saying, however, is that in the event of killing Hitler, you would be therefore putting over 6 million people back onto the planet at the time. You would be pretty much erasing anyone who died during that war, because I guarantee it wouldn't have started had he not invaded Poland. And you would be completely erasing that sequence of events from history. But that's a whole moral question that I'm not going to explore fully in this video. We're going to take a look more specifically at how the movie executes psychics versus how psychics have been portrayed through history, and a few minor little similarities and cultural references as we go along. Here we go. Now, this movie didn't exactly go back in time. Johnny saw a vision and acted on it. It didn't actually happen yet because he stopped it. Kind of think of like it's That's So Raven. That is the one you want to think of. She can see it. I don't remember that show, whether or not she could actually affect what she saw, but she could see it and she could, like, act on it. I don't know if she could fully stop it, though. Let's talk about how he does this. By touching. Again, this is pretty common by psychics. They need to touch something that belonged to the individual, victim, what have you. However, this creates a personal touch, and again, we have to dive back into religion for a hot second. Having your fortune told is considered a dark practice. It usually is met with opposition due to the whole, if God wants you to know your fate, he'll tell you mentality. It's like breaking God's plan, and doing that is a no-no. Now, I don't know why they do that for a psychic to read into the future. To me, it sounds like what the film, this and others like it, says, is that you have your entire life planned out, and it's all in your head. It's strange. And hearing that this is how people believe psychics to behave is one thing I can't get over. Kind of reminds me of the theory that all humans are pre-programmed to act a certain way. He's essentially just reading ahead, essentially. Looking into the future, seeing what you're going to do, and then either warning you or stopping you before the inevitable happens. Or as in the sense of the woman who was sent back to find her daughter, he just told her what was happening at the time that she wasn't aware of. It's a very strange concept in how it's executed in this movie, but it is interesting as to how history looks at it. Psychics have a long historical presence, and quite frankly, they have religious presence. In ancient times, they were priests, judges, and advisors to rulers. The first accounts of psychics appear in the Bible, with Samuel having to find the donkeys of future King Saul. Ancient Greek mythology had the Oracle of Apollo at Delphi, or Delphi, whichever one, I think it's Delphi, which was said to deliver messages from Apollo through riddles, since Apollo was the god of poetry, among many other things, and personal accounts such as Nostradamus, who has been accredited to predicting many world wars and deaths throughout history. The Fates with their one eye shared between them, the witches in Macbeth, the crystal ball, all of these are links to this mysterious power. It's not a new thing, but it's always fun to look at it. Now let's take a look back to the movie. He predicted the fire, the doctor's mother, and the ice breaking. So it is real in the movie, but the scenario is, I'm gonna die, because it's draining him. So I'm gonna stop a villain. Now the goal wasn't exactly to kill him, but much like with the goal is to take away his political power and render him useless. Stilson, that is. And what a way to do it with a shot in a church. I really wish the sentence, "I love you," didn't always result in deaths in these movies, but that can't be helped. And I can't believe this guy lost his girl like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went out of his way, told her to wait, said he would wait, and then, boom, coma, she's gone. And she comes by with her kid, with the new husband. Man, what are they gonna...
Haven't we waited long enough?
No, these hoes ain't loyal, no they ain't. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. Yeah, yeah.
Let's draw a quick historical connection, real fast. Look at the hard hats. The notion of taking on Washington's corrupt boys, and being what many see as a connector between the working class, poor, rich, and the middle class. Look no further because I bring you Senator Greg Stilson. Can't imagine a candidate who hasn't ever worked a laborious job in their life donning a hard hat for votes. Can't picture it. Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, I know you can't compare the two. I just found it interesting, alright? I believe that's all I have for the movie. As I said, this would be a rather short video. But let's take a look at some of these comments. The first one I want to look at is this one. How much estrogen are on? I don't know what that means. Maybe you guys can interpret it. I have no idea. I'm completely lost. I imagine they're trying to say, like, I'm on estrogen, but I don't hear it. This guy talking about, why do I have to give him homework? There's actually two comments, but this is the one that sounded the most whiny to me. Dude, this is the internet. Don't give homework like it's some kind of classroom. I thought this was a great video up to that point. I'm going to say this now, and you're going to hear me repeat myself later. I am going to school to be a teacher. Therefore, I have to sometimes make videos for school that are assignments. So you're going to hear me connect it to that a lot. But that's the only reason. I'm not going to be like, okay, now you guys do this assignment every single time. No. Not going to happen. Your voice makes me moist. I don't know how to feel about that. That's uncomfortable. I hate the word. But, alright. Thanks, I guess. I mean, it is a compliment. You didn't say, like, my voice gives you cancer, so I'll take it. This comment. This guy, real quick, is someone I want to spend a little bit of time with. This guy... Oh, hold on, this is not the right guy. Yo, man, can you come in here?
I thought you would never ask. This guy says Pazuzu is older than Jesus. Really? False? Please read a Bible, dude. Jesus is one with God. Duh.
According to written history, Pazuzu was around before both of them. I don't care what their text says, because both religions place them to be older than the world, because that's what religions claim. So as I said, Christ and God is around 2,000 years old, Pazuzu and his brothers are over 5,000 years old.
Jesus is one with God, the God of Abraham. Abraham lived a long time ago. I got a little southern there. If you don't care what our text says, please don't talk about them. If you're gonna talk about them, at least do some research first. By the way, your videos are ridiculous and offensive to Christians. Don't watch them. Actually, this was the first I watched, and the last for sure, really bad stuff.
Listen here. I don't mean to be offensive, but I'm not offensive. That wasn't offensive at all. What he's talking about is the fact that I said Pazuzu beat Christ. Which it did. In the movie. And he's mad about it. But that's about it for that one. The comment essentially has actually had some additions to it. I just didn't get to it in time, and I have to start editing this. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.